What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review. This time we're taking a look at the Lego Movie, directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. Let's waste no time. Let's get right into it. My overall thoughts on the Lego Movie is this. I thought this was pretty good. I have not seen the Lego Movie. This was my first time finally getting around to watching this, and I was not disappointed with it whatsoever. I thought the Lego Movie was was really entertaining and told a really good and emotional story. I don't think this movie is perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but this movie, but that does not stop this movie from being constantly entertaining and a lot of fun all throughout. And the main thing about this movie that I enjoyed the most was the voice cast. This movie is loaded with a fantastic voice cast that includes Chris Pratt, who plays Emmett, our lead character, who is just this ordinary guy who gets drafted into a resistance to take down an evil tyrannical ruler named Lord Business, played by Will Ferrell. I ain't the world's biggest Will Ferrell fan, but I liked him in this movie, and I thought he was a lot of fun as the evil Lord Business. Elizabeth Blanks plays Wildstyle, who is the love interest of Emmett and the one who initially drafts him into this resistance. I thought Banks was good in this movie. I liked the chemistry between her and Pratt. I thought they bounced off really well with one another, so I got no complaints with that. And you also have a nice supporting cast with, and you also got a nice and good solid supporting cast. You have Liam Neeson, who plays the character of good cop, bad cop, who I thought was one of my favorite characters in this whole movie. And, he constantly switches from being a good cop into a bad cop, like a little bit of a parody on that whole on police interrogation, which I thought was a lot of fun. And I liked Liam Neeson in the movie, and I liked Liam Neeson's voice acting in this movie. Nick Offerman plays Metalbeard, and that character is like a Transformers like pirate, which I thought was pretty cool. Will Arnett, he voices Batman. Now, I saw the Lego Batman movie. I liked the Lego Batman movie. This was the first introduction of the Will Arnett version of Lego Batman. And I'm not gonna lie, Will Arnett to me steals the show as Batman. And this movie, pretty much turning Batman into a caricature and satire of what the character is absolutely hysterical. The whole notion of Batman is dark and brooding and Batman can do everything. I like how it pokes fun at that side of Batman's personality. And you also give him a little bit of an arc where he and Wildstyle are a couple, but about him and Wildstyle being a couple. And then at the end, he gives the blessing for Wildstyle and Emmett to be together. So I like all that stuff. I thought Batman was really well handled. And I thought how they handled Batman in this movie was actually pretty cool. I mean, you also get cameos from other members of the Justice League, like Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Superman, who were voiced by Kobe Schmolders, Jonah Hill, and Channing Tatum. It was fun to see those guys in there. It was fun to see those characters in this movie. The movie doesn't really do a whole lot with them, unfortunately. I mean, you could have done a little bit more with, it would have been fun seeing those three, along with Batman, team up with Emmett and his group. I thought that would have been pretty cool to watch, but they don't really get a whole lot to do because they're being held captive by Lord Business once you get to the third act of the movie. But it is what it is. But it is what it is. You also have Allison Brie, who plays this Unikitty, I think the character's name was. The character is kind of like a parody of My Little Pony. When you look at it, it's like, she's all like sunshine and rainbows, and then when she gets angry, she hulks out. So, I thought that was okay. Like, and then you have Space Boy, I thought was a lot of fun, who was fun in some areas too. So like a lot of the supporting characters in this movie are a lot of fun, and the voice acting is really good. And of course, you have Morgan Freeman, who voices the mentor character, who's like this wizard type of character who is seen the prologue of this movie, where Lord Business steals the Kraggle, which is basically crazy glue. And pretty much the whole thing of this movie is that everyone has to stop Lord Business from using the Kraggle because he's going to do some evil things to Lego World, to the Lego universe. So it's pretty much a race against time. I liked it. In terms of the computer animation, this is a beautiful looking movie. Like, this movie looks fantastic. It looks near realistic. That's how good the animation for this movie looks. The Legos, they all look real. What they were able, I liked how they were able to use the Legos to create these different things like buildings and planes and stuff like that. I thought it all looked great. I think the villain's overall plot is very, very over the top, yet very, very funny at the same time. Like he wants to unite all of Lego World, and he's going to do it on Taco Tuesday, which is absolutely hysterical. But at the same time, Will Ferrell, he does put on a really good performance as Lord Business. Like I thought he was actually really funny, and I ain't the world's biggest Will Ferrell fan, but in this movie, it looked like he was having a lot of fun, and so I got to give the man a lot of credit. I also kind of like the sequences where Emmett goes into the real world, so to speak, and we see like this little boy playing with these Legos and creating the story, and then we see his father, man upstairs, who was played by Will Ferrell in the live action sequences. Now, I'm of two minds of the live action sequences. I like how they parallel what's going on in the Lego world, but at the same time, I didn't really think we needed to be overly meta with that stuff. Like we get the idea that a kid is playing with these Legos and creating this over the top story. I don't really think we needed to be in the real world to actually see it. That's just me personally. But I do like the parallel that the real world scenes have with the Lego scenes, and it does make for an emotional third act of the movie, which I really liked, and it will give you a little tearjerker here and there. Yeah, those are basically my overall thoughts on the Lego movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I like the humor, I like the in-jokes, I like the animation, the voice acting. Some parts of the story can get convoluted in a lot of areas. It does have some things that I didn't really care for, but not enough to make me hate it. But as an overall package, definitely give the Lego movie a watch. So, all that being said, I'm going to give this movie a solid 8 out of 10. I recommend it, and I enjoy it. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on the Lego movie. Let me know yours in the comments sections down below. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.